What's up guys, KPlays here, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Monster Hunter Wilds playthrough. The task for today is getting out of the Windward Plains and hopefully getting into some Scarlet Forest gameplay. It's a great map, it's wonderful, but I am ready to move on. Maybe they're under the flare. I also want to craft some new horns too, because we got the bone. We're finally out of saxophone days. Which means you'll also be able to test out some resounding melody. So just from seeing a little bit of gameplay of that might end up being my new favorite special melody. Oh, we finally get to see some Quematrice gameplay. I don't know why this thing wasn't in the beta. If it's going to be, what, the second, like one of the first 3 monsters that we ended up fighting, why didn't we get to fight? Ooh, excuse me. Why didn't we get to fight this thing earlier? There's always cats running from a monster with meat or something. It's like the 8th trailer in the series where cats running from a monster carrying food. At this point though, it's half cooked on the outside. Great question. It's like half cooked on the outside. Covered in dirt. You don't even want it. Just give it to the monster and go get something else. If it's small monster meat, there's monsters literally walking around everywhere. Just go grab one of those. Alright, let's make us some fried chicken. Alright, now it's got monster slobber on it. And more dirt. It's a lost cause. I'm not eating it. Yeah, you guys can enjoy that. Alright, Quematrice official. Quematrice officially, he says right before the wind knocks out my power. That's fun. Alright, but let's get back into this. That's also a great way to find out that Wilds works on autosave. I wasn't even paying attention to that. So I can't even jump back in to the same spot. But it looks like the fight just starts back from normal. More or less, we just don't get the cutscene intro anymore. I can't move? Did they take out moving and playing? That's strange. Or maybe the button press is different. We'll have to mess with that a little bit later. But before then, let's set up the old 3 bubble special. 2 bubbles. Save 1 for the knockout. And let's sneak attack. Alright, come here. Come on, buddy. Play a nice little song. What the hell? Let's drop a third one. Because the knockout should be coming now. There we go. One thing that's going to throw me off is that when we don't have blunt waves anymore, we have slashing or elemental or status. It's going to throw off our KO timing a lot because I'm used to just playing in the beta. Drop these massive stun value echo wave blunts on the people. Or monsters, not people. But I have to look at the numbers again. I don't think element or status have any KO values. Or not nearly as much as compared to blunt. And then slash obviously doesn't have any at all. But we shall see. Oh. Alright, so that's still a lot of hits. Quematrice is a pretty small monster, and I still got a good couple on that. Because what I was worried about is small monsters might just get out 2 or 3 smacks from Resounding Melody and then be done. And there's the if you miss, you don't get it. Not as bad as a punishment as Earthshaker was in Rise. You're just sitting there wide open waiting to get punched in the face for your mistiming. But it does hurt to not get that pierce. Let's get some more Echo Waves up on the go. And that's going to be something fun to figure out too, whether we, if a horn has it, do you just Resounding Melody spam? Just non-stop Q and spam and Q and spam? Or do we still play with the Echo Waves? Pretty much burst damage versus just, well, other burst damage. But a burst damage in one spot versus just blasting the whole monster. Can I land it? Ooh, perfect. Not the best wake up since it's split up into a bunch of different hits, but still did some damage. Yeah, like a playstyle like this, basically, where you're just sitting there constantly spamming it. I know elemental horns will probably love that. Alright, Quematrice. I think it's about time we move on. There we go. So cooperative. Thank you. I'll probably repay the favor by never killing another Quematrice again. Assuming it doesn't give a horn or armor that we really end up needing. We'll look at that later. We did have like 1,000,000 fire monsters released so far between the special Rathalos, regular Rathalos, Kutku. I don't. We'll probably see if Black Flame gets a horn. I can't remember off the top of my head, but some of these monsters are probably not going to have a fire horn.
Great. Let's head back.
Oh, excuse me. I was carving.
Thanks, Isai. You saved everyone.
With all the traveling, I didn't think we would get fade to blacks like that in this game.
I thought you might need these sacred. You look after them, won't you?
Ooh. There's a bow gun in it.
Are you sure?
I don't want that, but are we getting secondary weapons then?
They belong with you. I've never met more capable and deserving riders. And I had
Nice.
Gemma make you
So are we
saddle.
customizing a sacred now?
Sure did. Even added a holster so you can carry an additional weapon.
Alright, official.
That'll come in handy.
And one more thing.
For my
I was wondering
second
if you'd like
hunting
to
horn.
visit my home. Since Zato was out, my grandmother told me now would be a great time to pay back the favor I owe.
We'd love to, thank you.
Great. I'll be waiting until you're ready
Alright,
to
so
go.
we can finally get to see Kunafa from the
Oh,
inside.
by the way, everyone's been asking about you.
4.
This is just way too exciting. Nata, we should get ready.
For what? And we're not gonna worry about it. Not for right now, at least. I gotta get my second hunting horn. Let's get this heavy bowgun out of here. And let's go to Kunafa. The sooner we get there, the sooner we can start seeing some of the other areas.
Thanks for saving my whiskers, Hunter. I wasn't sure, but now here I am, ready with the on-the-go must-have ingredients a hunter hungers for. That's sort of my job, you see.
Oh, we can
I'm
start
a
cooking now.
purveyor. Call me Tom.
I never looked at any of the cooking videos,
The
so I'll probably have to look at a
Set
tutorial
you up
for
with a
that
little thank you.
between
Let me
gameplays.
say to whipping something up.
So I don't really know how the cooking system works in this game.
You keeping stocked?
We're gonna have to learn that before we get into some more serious hunts where I actually need health and stat buffs.
I'm happy to inform you that we've laid the groundwork for our monster studies in this region. And we can always use the assistance of a capable
Oh, this is probably the
hunter
monster
like
guy.
you. No, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Here, take this field guide.
Do my job for me, please. Excuse me. Alright, so this is the monster guides. We'll probably be able to see all the weaknesses and everything here, so that'll be fine and dandy for when we get our status
The
elemental
monsters
horns.
you encounter. I need explain that to one such as yourself. You'll note that it's current.
Of course
I
not.
took the liberty of filling it in based on your reports. Carry on then. I know you won't let us down.
You're missing a little bit on Valhalla there, but I won't fault you for that. Oh, it's probably because we didn't hunt one yet, officially.
Ready to go?
We just cutscene ran.
Great. My village awaits.
But yeah, let's go.
Okay then. Ready to go.
Whoa, these are harder to handle than they look.
Ooh.
How many sacred deer people have?
Lots of them.
Yeah,
Adults.
yeah, dropping frames like crazy, though.
I've been training them as a
Let's not do that.
Only those who put in the practice can join the Vanguard.
So
Jesus.
then,
Yeah, PC's been cooperating so far. Let's not start that.
Leads the Vanguard.
and we're gate crashing while he's away. What's not to like about this plan? So, how did you know where to find us before?
I was on my way to your camp to give you the sacred when they picked up your
I'm
scent.
coming, I'm coming.
I didn't even have to find you. They did.
They really are clever.
Alright, so we never actually really got an explanation for why we couldn't go to the village before. This guy just said, no, go home and give us our sacreds back. And we just left it at that. Well, it's what it is. We get there now. Let me mess with... I'll be back.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty, I just wanted to play with the settings a little bit. Hopefully that should fix some of the frame dropping shenanigans. This first PC playthrough is going to be a, a learning experience.
What's that sound? It's so pretty.
That's the gem chimes.
I figured since I'm going to be doing all the editing and everything,
It's
well,
almost
poor little
like
laptop wasn't cutting it, so I was going to have to get a desktop anyway, so I might as well hop on Steam for this one. Don't make me buy a PS5, Monster. You got crossplay. I will do it. I just don't want to drop 500
What's all
bucks.
that fuss about? Who's that? What's that on his back? That's huge! I guess they really haven't seen a weapon before.
This is a hunting horn. I wonder if we'll be able to teach the villagers how to hunt.
I'll tell my family to start getting everything ready for you.
Because honestly, they really should know how, seeing as they live in the middle of a desert with giant bears and
Actually,
sandworms
they did
and giant thunder
I
wyverns.
asked them about not
You guys should at least,
I'll have a
you
look
know,
around.
have a pointy stick
Me too.
or something to throw rocks or something. But if we can teach them about weapons,
Shall we?
every last villager in this place is going to be using a hunting horn.
Come on, Alma. Let's go. All right, but remember what I said.
I will gladly pass on the knowledge.
I know. Whoa! Check out this stonework. The storm will be here soon. Any day.
Let's find this
We need to
village
stop
elder.
how we're watering. I agree. We've not nearly enough.
Come in, come in.
We
No,
should send out more water bears while there's still time.
the children have told me much about you.
Where?
Sit, for
Okay,
we have
yeah,
matters
she's in here.
to discuss.
Hello. Can we speak to the elder of this village?
I am she. Come in, be welcome. I've heard how you saved Nona and Isai. Thank you.
She says to the old
We're
lady
just
in
glad they
super
sent
ornate ceremonial
friends
clothes.
into your village.
Alma.
I wish
Don't
we
start.
could be better hosts, but the sand tide approaches, and we are busy readying for the storm. The sands come alive.
I guess
this
she's
time
being
of
nice.
year, like a wild beast.
Because on the other hand, you probably wouldn't walk up to some random old lady and be like, "Hey, you're
What's your
old.
business here?
Are you the village elder?"
You should find shelter.
You know, because you're old.
Before
Yeah, okay,
that,
she's.
may I ask
I'll
you
give her that one.
Have you ever heard of a people known as the Keepers? We're trying to locate this boy's home.
Keepers? No, I can't say the name is familiar. But child, you're so young. How did you... Oh, forgive me. I
So
should
no
not
keepers
ask
here.
such painful questions.
It's all right. Thank you so much for your time. Hey,
Alright, where are we going now?
what's that stranger carrying?
Hey there. What's this?
Hmm? You've never seen someone use wilk drops before?
Yo, Hunter, what'd you find? Hang on, what is this? How does it work? Can you show me?
It's called
Wilk
wilk.
drops.
You just toss it into the fire.
Huh? Did you see that? It flared up like some kind of fuel.
Oh.
Definitely something.
Thanks,
strange
exposition
about it,
lady.
though. You ready to head over to East Side's place?
We're ready for you. Come on inside. Please, come in.
Alright, where are we going?
Welcome.
Oh, it's dinner time.
Thank you so much for inviting us. We're travelers from the West, my friends and I here.
Yes, of course. You
I talked about this in a video before. It's going to be really cool to just see just
and I shall.
the whole cultural life kind of thing. Because I know we're supposed to have feasts with different families and different cultures.
Please.
And I'm assuming that this is that. But I thought it was going to be a whole big village thing. Not just like, oh, hey, come
It's the
welcome to my
very
house.
best we can do.
sit down and eat some
Enjoy the
food.
meal we prepared.
That's actually pretty cool. We got bread, we got beans, cheese,
Yes, thank you.
honey.
As we gather here together.
Interesting combo. It's probably good. I tried once, but interesting combo.
You've heard of it.
And I know it's because they don't have weapons. They don't kill anything, so I guess they're all vegetarians.
Special kind of flower?
I don't know about special, but it pairs well with...
Which is another interesting little culture detail. I like that. It's the part of Monster Hunter you don't really get to see very often.
Here you go.
Yusai's gonna be a good hunting horn main when we teach these people how to use some weapons. I'm like, yeah, just do exactly this, but on the giant toad. You'll be fine. Get your revenge. You'll never have to deal with one of those things again.
Thank you for the
Oh,
delicious
yeah, that
meal.
was the feast.
We're very
That's pretty cool how they built that right into a cutscene like that, too.
busy, too.
Nonsense. We're delighted to have you.
It didn't feel right parting the way we did.
We sighted a monster with long, thick fur near the village.
That sounds like a Doshaguma. They never
Give me some of that in
used
real
the
life.
forest.
Monster Hunter food makes
There is
food
a
look good.
forest.
Yes, up the river and beyond the grasslands.
If it's not a thing already, someone needs to make themselves a Monster Hunter cooking channel.
They attack our livestock, so we keep them penned up here. Fortunately, the gem chimes protect us.
A bunch of ornaments make you feel safe?
Yes, you see, this region is home to a creature that even the Doshaguma fear. And it just so happens that the gem chime stones sound a lot like that monster.
And that's enough of a deterrent. Interesting.
Let's raid out.
What's this about an approaching sand?
I think I have to hear Ray Dow again, but I don't think it sounds like
It'll be
wind
here before
chimes.
long, and we have to make sure
But
the
also, what do
village-
you do if a Ray Dow
I'm
shows
told
up?
that there's intense lightning as well as wind. It must be an ordeal.
Yes, but one that the village needs in order to survive.
Do we think about that?
What do you mean?
It's like, oh, there's a Ray Dow wind chimes that scares away everybody. But what if it calls over another Ray Dow?
You can't mean the wasteland out there.
What if the wind's blowing just right,
Patience is rewarded with a season of bounty.
and your village just sounds like a hot single Ray Dow?
For his people,
You guys end up
child.
with a
They're
pissed
called
off,
Reapers. Have you heard of them?
looking for action Ray Dow in the middle of your village.
Wish I could say I have.
These are things we gotta think about.
Not.
You guys need pointy sticks.
You must miss your people.
I do. With all my heart. I don't know if I have a home left to return to. But I have to believe they're okay.
I suppose we'll take our leave now. Thank you for the wonderful food and company.
There's no rush for you to leave.
That's very kind, but we know
We'll see
how
them
much
again, they're
preparing
fine.
you have to do for the sandstorm.
They're plot relevant, so they have
Thanks
to.
for the grub.
But Nada
Guess
doesn't know
they're
that.
not
Nobody
in
tells her.
ages. I feel more ready to hunt than ever.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we do have to see what the
Let's start heading back to
keepers
base camp.
keep.
So, what's next?
Are we gonna get a cutscene whisked away,
Let's head to the forest.
or are we
Right,
walking?
and maybe we should look into the Doshagama while we're at it. But for today, let's rest. We can start our investigation fresh tomorrow.
Ooh.
Nata can ride with me. How about we meet up on the path to the forest and go from there?
Perfect. See you all tomorrow then.
Nice. Let's go to the Scarlet Forest. All right, that was a little bit faster than I thought. I thought we'd be fighting Doshagama here, but apparently they're not even native to the Windward
Should
Plains.
we take a break?
Which makes sense, I guess.
We should prepare properly.
Giant furry bears.
Gemma and Nata
Desert.
will catch up.
Doesn't look like it really matches up, but they kind of look like those. What are those things from freaking Star Wars? The Tusken Raiders. If you guys know what I mean, know what I mean about that. But those things look exactly like the Tusken Raiders, and those things were pretty bundled up. So maybe it protects them from the wind and the sand blowing around. But we'll find out, I guess, when we get to the Scarlet Forest.
Yep. Anything catch your eye?
As soon as I find the entrance. But first, I want to see if I can update any horns. No for the bone horn. Can I make the ore horn?
Done already?
I don't really plan on using the... Alright, so nothing new for now. Yeah, I don't really plan on using the saxophone much, unless it turns out it ends up getting really good stats compared to everything else. But I want something else. I don't know why we can't craft the ore horn yet. Get the classic metal bagpipes going. So I think that's the first echo wave slashing horn we get. Just going off of the cutscenes, or not the cutscenes, the trailers and gameplay we got before the game dropped. The before times. What a thing to think back to. This is officially the age of 6th gen. I'm loving it. Let's give my settings another once over. I don't know why they didn't save before, but we'll see if that helps the frame dropping a little bit. I didn't really notice anything when I stopped last time.
Sorry, we got held up.
But we should be good now.
We're all here now.
I bet the forest is so big it's got trees coming out of trees.
I don't know a ton about PC
Tree ninjas?
graphics, all that nonsense, but as long as I can play the game and it looks good, it looks good. So I'll be tweaking that every now and then. Alright, the wind is not my friend today, because that was the second time I just lost power because of that. Maybe I need to stop being so eager to leave the windswept plains.
Yeah, I heard
It's starting to affect real life.
guys seem like they're always one step ahead.
Jesus. Alright, but going back to what happened, what she was talking about before that. Did she say tree ninjas? Because that means ninjas exist in the Monster Hunter world.
Certainly
And
there'd be a lot
that
more lush in the desert.
is an interesting set of implications.
And where there's herbivores, there's what eats them.
Are they out here assassinating monsters? Are they going after other humans? Wyverians? Trovarians? Whoever? But,
Once we're there,
ninjas exist in this world. That's interesting. I mean, I know we've had ninja themed sets. The Nargacuga, the Shinobi Sky, Vern Generations, the, Odogaron is kind of ninja-ish. But we've had those.
Come on.
But I didn't know they were officially classified as ninja outfits until now. Either that or the localization team is just being a bunch of pop culture guys, like they used to.
Incredible.
Hopefully they don't go quite as hard as they did in Rise and Sunbreak, because it got a little heavy-handed. Up to the point where we literally got the Doot meme officially added to the games with that one decoration.
The size.
But we'll see. The writing's been pretty decent so far.
The water's red.
Ooh, we finally get to figure out why the water's red.
Why though?
Yes, why?
It'll be a fun mystery to unravel.
Oh, there, you guys are teasing me. Answer the theories, guys. Alright, so this is officially, not officially part 2. but part 2-ish of the story. We get to see the second map.
So the forest is full of symbiotic systems involving the roots, leaves, flowers, and fruit. And it's the insects' job to pollinate. They have this fascinating process where they coat their bodies in the pollen, which is
I don't think he's listening to you. My guy's just going off on a whole tangent back there. Talking to absolutely nobody. You know, enjoy your bugs, bud.
We'll give you a hand. Thanks.
You like what you like.
So, Captain, what's your team been getting up to?
Please, call me Olivia. The guild gave special assignments to some of the other units.
Can he not speak English?
Mine included.
Wait, are you guys an ace team?
Let me introduce you. Eric, our biologist. Have you two met before?
Matt? Oh, no, but I've definitely heard of him. He was famous back at the academy.
This forest is amazing.
Yeah, he's definitely that biology kid.
Anyway, over there's Werner, our engineer. Perhaps you've heard of him too? He's one of the big brains behind the Wyvern's fire technology.
Wait, what? We are so gonna talk later, pal.
I thought that was Arlo in Sunbreak. Or maybe they did a nice little Gunlands collab.
So how'd your visit to that village go?
We were able to start a dialogue. No luck with the keepers, but I'm more concerned about something else now. Monsters called the Doshaguma have left their forest habitat and started venturing near the
Okay, so they do
village.
live in the Scarlet Forest.
The village's only protection
Naturally.
are these things called gem chimes, which they seem to think is enough, but...
What if we set up a pop-up
They need
camp
pointy sticks.
conducted an investigation
Or
into
hunters
the
using
Doshaguma?
pointy sticks.
We've actually just found a site that would be perfect. I'll take you there.
Much appreciated. Thanks.
Come see me when you're ready to depart.
I'm ready to depart. Let's do some exploring.
How many specimen bottles do you think I should bring?
Oh, there you are.
Are you ready to leave?
Yep. Let's go.
Let's go on foot for this one. It wouldn't be fair to the others if we went by Sacred.
They can hop on. Sacreds can take 2 people,
I'm
right?
starting to worry that we'd have to sprout wings to keep up.
Alright, we're walking.
Depart?
So ever since they added mounts to this game, just walking through areas never felt the same. Between the Palamute and the Sacred, I'm like, I need to zoom through these gigantic maps you guys have. So even in World, we had, was it the Tail Raiders?
We'll follow this river.
But those were more automatic, like the cutscenes with the Sacreds here.
There are a few plausible explanations.
I like
It
zooming.
could be in excess of certain types of plankton. Or decaying plant matter could cause a color change, although that wouldn't explain a red this bright.
We're covering a whole entire river like that.
Cite reports of monsters that cause the sea to appear red. Well, in any case, don't worry. The water was completely safe to drink.
Ew.
You want to drink this?
Not much use in stopping.
I'm not looking at this and taking a sip. I don't even think I drink regular river water. This stuff looks freaking diseased. This is a freaking bloodborne river. This guy is something else. He looks at this and just like, yeah, I wonder what it tastes like.
Anyone
But we
else
don't
sense that?
officially get to find out.
They've been with us for a bit.
At least not yet.
Can we get a specimen?
After we set up camp.
I'll get a specimen for you,
Not
buddy.
if they're hostile. There's no reason to throw caution to the wind.
If we're not getting an official room, where do we put all the endemic life that we get to catch? Are they just going to be crawling around in the camps? But the camps can be destroyed. Do you I don't think I could do it. If you could put them in the camps, I don't think I could put them in the camps, because what do they just disappear? Your poor little crabs get just crushed if a monster decides to just run your run your camp down.
Makes you wonder where it's coming from. I know. Well, why don't we follow the water back to its source? After we set up camp.
Hey, keep this guy on track.
I still can't believe the size of this forest. Every step brings another fascinating discovery.
Either that or we can leave him here. He can just go full Tarzan and explore all he wants.
I know. Where to even begin? So many things to study and collect. I'm about ready to dash off into the trees like a madman.
I was joking.
That settles it. I've decided to live.
I was joking.
All right. Enough joking around. Focus on the task at hand.
But I feel like he's probably not kidding.
This is the
Alrighty,
place.
first campsite.
Good. Let's set up camp. Could you signal the support team?
Now, for all the slinger use and all these cutscenes, I have yet to actually use the thing in actual gameplay. I should probably start, because I'm assuming that there's new things compared to World in this game that we can do that I have not been doing.
Okay, let the Doshagama investigation begin.
We should look for any tracks or traces. I'll assist you.
We may have passed some clues back the way we came, so why don't we start there?
Why couldn't we just look for the clues while we were coming here, though? Alright, let's go.
Hey, look at that.
Right. We haven't had to do this a lot. Because I know they really like shoving this whole investigating signs of monsters thing in World. But I'm pretty sure this is the first time we're looking at the whole footprints, hair, scratches on the trees thing.
Doshagama fur. However, there seems to be some diversity in the length and thickness.
On the one hand, you know, picks up the pace of gameplay a little bit to not have to search for every single monster we run across.
Let's keep looking.
But on the other, why do we need scout flies? And I'm pretty sure there's paintballs in this game too.
There's a
Right?
bunch of coarse fur.
I swear I've seen paintballs. Are those just going to be used for what? Since we pretty much know where every monster is as soon as we want to actually go for it anyway.
Found something else.
Yeah, maybe it's just old traditions dying hard.
If it's leaving gashes like this, it must be a big one.
This fur we're finding isn't quite the right color.
Perhaps we're dealing with some kind of alpha.
The scout flies seem to be reacting to something deeper in.
I guess, yeah, scout flies are the new, like, waypoint finder then, I guess.
My word. Is this a Lala Barina?
The real question is, should you be touching that?
It's a monster, a Temnoceran. Smell. This is a very distinct paralytic poison.
Should you be touching that? Why did Alba side-eye him like that? And he's like, oh, it's poisonous? And you put that inches from my face? Thanks, buddy.
I knew it. Definitely a Lala Barina.
Stop touching them.
Based on the scent, this one's paralytic properties are on the lower end.
One, why are you touching... What? Wait.
Look, another one.
You can smell the poison? Why are you touching it? If there's that much.
this nest.
My guy's gonna get himself eaten.
A bit eccentric, but he sure is useful.
That's a word you could use.
He's also a bit missing.
Whoa. Did he actually get snatched up that fast?
Don't tell me you.
That's some horror movie stuff right there. We probably should have realized when he just stopped rambling in the background, but he was gone just like that. Alrighty, we get to fight Lala Barina now, though. He got horror movie kidnapped. Well, that's what you get for touching the poison flowers. What did we learn?
It looks like he's incapacitated.
Touch that nest, and we'll be next. But
We can't leave him.
So was Lala Barina's webbing just dyeing the water? Because we still don't have an actual explanation yet. Also, does it not see us? Whoa, it does now. Ooh.
I'll take it from here.
Counting on it.
Alrighty, Lala Barina. I don't know quite how well Resounding Melody is going to work on this thing, since it looks like its body is like a little bit up in the air. We might be hitting legs a lot. We'll try it out. Probably don't want to do very many offset hunts on the brand new monsters, just because I don't actually know their movesets. And that might have me smack in the air a lot. We're just sitting there in the stance. Just taking this one for example, she's everywhere. Not super hard. Ooh. I'll shut up. Actually, no, I won't. Not super hard, but the movements are very weird compared to other monsters. So I feel like trying to counter with counters not even being in my muscle memory as a hunting horn user might be a little weird. Even though, you know, if she just moves like that, it's super obvious. That might work. Or that. Or that. Although you probably don't want to offset that just in case the paralysis still ends up going through your combo. That offset right there. Okay, maybe I take it back. If we get another horn with offset, I might try that. Is she hanging from down here? Stay still. Stay. Yeah, I probably missed a couple because her body's off the ground. This probably still did good damage though. Hunting Horn's actually doing really good damage. I haven't watched very many other gameplays of early gameplay content, but I feel like Hunting Horn's putting out some decent numbers. once more people get to high rank and we actually start seeing some like proper speed runs, we'll see how we end up faring versus other weapons. But Hunting Horn ends up, you know, mid tier. Doesn't have to be top 5 or anything. It's probably still won't be, unless element and status are as practice. I think they might be, but solid middle of the pack. I'll be happy. Wilds would be the best Monster Hunter game ever, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, breaking little fingers. Let's get some headshots. Get back here. Yeah, okay, so that's gonna, the usefulness of that is definitely gonna vary from monster shape to monster shape. If we get like a giant low to the ground monster or a final boss or a Leviathan, straight down head to tail, that'll be great. Something high off the ground like this, maybe not so much. Or just maybe it flies a lot, or they're smaller raptor type monsters. Won't be as useful. Ow. You know, I thought those were going to be more trouble, all the floating little paralysis things, but I don't really have any issues with those. I mean, just... Oh, the Palico dropped the trap. I'm like, how did you get paralyzed? That threw me off. What was I even saying? Oh, the paralysis little floaties. Yeah, I'm guessing my echo bubbles may be just destroying those as they drop. Which, you know, if they end up clearing things out, you know, it's useful for me. I appreciate it. Ooh. Done. Alright. Oh, Barina gone. It's unfortunate. Since the first, I mean, well, like the first monster we see here is paralysis, which means we're dealing with that, you know, weaker paralysis monster. But now we can look for a Parahorn. And I'm very excited for getting access to a Parahorn, because Hunting Horn now with the Echo Bubbles probably really appreciates paralysis. Just root a monster into one spot and go nuts with your Echo Waves and your Echo Bubbles. Sounds like a recipe for success.
I owe you, Hunter. Truly. I couldn't have gotten Eric out of there without your help.
Yes, you have my thanks. You know, fascinatingly, I can still taste the poison in the back of my throat.
Lovely. So
I don't think Alma likes him very much. But my guy learned nothing. And I feel like him being snatched up by monsters is probably going to end up becoming a running thing. Curiosity killed the Eric.
Is that okay with you, Nata?
Yes. I don't want to sit here. I want to help.
Thank you.
I mean,
I'm grateful for your help.
You want to find your people, but you're also like 12. I think you can sit down and relax. No.
We should head back to our camp in the
Let the professionals work. And not end up in escort mission situations where we gotta protect you from getting eaten.
Don't give me that it's a waste of materials nonsense. You want your gear to be effective, right?
Yes.
Here, I'm giving you some materials, so no excuses. Try it out.
Alright, do we get Parahorn? Okay. Alright, so we can update the Bone Horn. There's the Parahorn. We don't have all this stuff for it, though. I haven't seen Vespoids yet. Oh. We are getting the classic Vespoid Horn But then that means we probably don't get a Lala Barina horn, which is really sad. I was hoping we'd get like a giant like trumpet or something in a bouquet of roses.
Alrighty.
Or something along those lines. Ah, yeah. This Glass Royale is a, you know, classic design, but you like seeing something new every now and then.
Perfection.
But alright, so we upgraded that, which means now we can make the ore horn.
Alrighty.
But the songs on that thing. They really love giving the paralysis horn blue and yellow. Because that was the exact same notes that we got in the world.
Perfection.
And no, well, Rise didn't have no colors, so not Rise. But World, we had that same thing for the Glass Royale. And the Kulfdroth. So for some reason, that's just their go-to thing. Which isn't as bad now. Seeing as, you know, attack up isn't really all that big of a deal anymore. At least until we get up to attack up extra large. We haven't seen that yet. We'll probably have to wait till purple note horns to get that. But it's not as bad. I probably still won't use the songs as much. Well, we got Echo Wave Paralysis. That's the only song you should really be spamming on that thing anyway. But all you should really have to worry about now is, you know, self-improvement. That's the majority of your damage right there. So it's not as completely screwed for not having red notes as it was before, which is good. We'll actually be able to use more horns this time and have more actually be viable. As long as the stats, you know, the stats don't fall behind. You can use whatever and you're good. The Wudwuds. We're being robbed, but the Wudwuds.
Oh dear.
What is happening?
They must be telling us to follow them. Allow me. Greetings to you. Sorry that we got off on the wrong.
Are they mad, or are they saying, "Hey, come with us"? He's like, "What? Do you think I was gonna drop it?"
You okay? My baby. Do whatever they say.
What is that? A collectible? Limited edition?
Let's follow them. I'm sure they're harmless. Or I hope so.
Alright, well, not touching that.
Is that more of them over there? They're gathering honey.
First, ours. You respect.
Now, there's always a chance, since we haven't seen every single monster reveal,
I'm sorry for losing my
but
cool.
not having a giant
That was a
bee monster
decimate groveling
with an area like that in here
Once I knew they were
would probably be a
planning
huge missed opportunity.
I was powerless to resist. Oh, but I was learning about our other supplies too.
Or Vespoid Queen. Finally bring her back as a not joke monster from all the way back in 2nd generation.
Look at that. They're everywhere. And they've got friends.
can we speed up? Oh, do they want us to look around? Yeah.
They're feeding. Sweet angel fed.
Okay. So I do wish we could hurry up through these parts. It's pretty neat that we get to look around and see some of like the finer world details. So I think these freaking environmental designers were really feeling themselves with all these missions. We're probably gonna get this in every new map. It's like, hey, look at this thing that it took me like 4 weeks to work on. Look at it. We're gonna make sure you people don't just walk right by all this. I can't fault them for that, honestly. Controls back? Alright.
You come too. You come too.
I guess we go in here.
So Wudwud Village.
Ha-ha! Grovel and feel humblings, for this is our great Wyvere. Wyvere, our city.
Foreshadowing.
This forest belongs to us Wudwuds. Mind your P's and Q's.
What an unusual
Okay, so they
Eldritch tongue
are.
they speak. And yet it feels so fresh and relevant.
Because back when we got the Scarlet Forest trailer, I was wondering if these would be
Would you give us back our tiny
the tribe,
We no give back. We have claimed it as tribute.
the people of this map.
Okay? Agreed.
Or whether we just find some humans later that live in the forest, but guess not.
Its pink fur is big, stylish, and cool, but its gases are of a stink-tenacious variety. Chase away big menace, and in our generosities, we shall return your puny home.
pink fur?
Go fight a monster and we'll give you your stuff back.
Sounds like we've got our work cut out for us.
Okay, bud.
So they're called Wudwuds, huh? They make it sound like they've been here forever.
But I wonder if they have
You
weapons.
mentioned seeing Lalas in the south of the forest. We've certainly got no shortage of them back west. And now, we know there's
Or
a
if the
healthy
entire
population
Forbidden
here,
Lands
too.
just doesn't hunt.
Let's move out.
Because, well, these guys are pretty small. I know Gajalakas and Linians and all the rest in the old world had their own little pointy sticks and really obnoxious status throwing knives. But
They have a very colorful vocabulary.
if they're small, they might not be going after monsters that often.
What's a tributi?
They want to fight this Kagawala themselves, that's for sure.
You know, payment for us to be here.
I didn't mean to do that. Let's get back on. Alright.
Do you hear that?
Something snoring. Move as quietly as you can. Yeah.
There it is.
Again, bee monster. Perfect opportunity. Did you guys not send us after it? Now you're gonna ruin the stealth mission? Why did you send us if you were just gonna come mess it up? Oh, they're stupid. Don't. How does he not feel that? This thing's in a food coma. What the heck? You guys are dumb. Let me hear. Ooh. We were gonna fight it anyway, but maybe you wouldn't have gotten one of those if you didn't just sit back and watch me do what you sent me to go do. But let's smack up a Lala. Oh, we're already stenched and everything. That's fun.
I think I'm gonna be sick. Use a deodorant, stat!
Do I have a deodorant? That's in the sacred pouch? Eh, I don't need it. Just don't get hit and I won't have to... Oh. Don't get hit too much and I won't have to drink any potions. It's fine. Surprised that didn't get Really slash. Decent damage. Although it doesn't have any cuttable parts unless they change his tail to be sliceable. So our first tail cut with slicing horn is going to have to wait. I swear. Whoever first came up with this design way back in the second generation is on some stuff. And they probably shared with the person who approved it. But I want the job where I can pitch the idea of, what if we had a bright pink monkey, right? Now make him give him a mohawk. Yellow, of course. It can't just be. It can't also be pink. That would clash with the colors. Hippo face, because obviously. Then make him fart on everything. Just gas everywhere. He eats mushrooms and he gets indigestion, and there's even more gas from the other end. Great, we'll start making it now. That is just one of the reasons why Monster Hunter is an awesome freaking video game. Just literally, who else? Whatever. Get back here.
This'll freshen you up quick.
Ow. Ooh, ouch. Congo's got some bit of upgraded moves. It's always nice to see a little old monster get a nice little glow up like that. Alright, Congas, I need you to leave me be. Fighting your dad. I ain't got time for you guys. Also, Echo waves are gonna kill you guys, or Echo bubbles are gonna kill you guys off anyway. Alright, so it's less KO with Echo wave slaps like I thought, but you know, we're still getting some. If there's a blunt horn, I'd probably have at least one more KO this hunt. So far, at least. But they can crit. So once we actually get some affinity, That'll be the advantage of horns like this. You got more damage, or you got KO. It's interesting how he always goes to a place that already has congas there, like Kenya. Just got bodyguard set up. Ooh. That one was probably down to the evasion or the evasion bubble. Ooh, I got gassed. You know what? Right back at you. But you regret doing that, don't you, bud? Also, another. Who thought of that and who approved it? Why did I just stab a monster in the butthole? As a built-in actual video game mechanic. It's not just me just doing just gamer things. They plan that in the game on purpose. You know what? More freaking power to you. Alright. I'm gonna try that offset again. Eventually I'm gonna have to just do a whole bunch of just offset melody practice. Because I swear I always forget that it's a thing. And then when I do, it's like I almost try to force myself to use it. There we go. Right. And he's dead anyway. But I always try to force myself to use that thing. Which leads to weird mistimings. When it needs to just be more of like a natural reaction. Just, oh, the monster's attack's coming. Pop, offset. That's gonna come with practice. Now that we don't have 3-day spans at a time, 1 quick hour after waiting in the queue at the event to actually practice Monster Hunter. It'll come. It'll come with time. I want to look for the other pile of dead congas. You know what? No. If I need it for what I'm about to do, I will farm later. I just want to move on with the story. And also, we were probably going to run down the timer before I found him anyway.
Nice work, Hunter. Let's report back to the Wudwuds.
Unless I can go now? No. Fade to black. But yeah, we know from the trailers, Conga Lala has a horn. But we know from some gameplay that the Conga Lala horn is actually pretty good. So we definitely have to go build that.
What can you tell us about the other monsters in the
Let's talk
forest?
to this guy first.
Ever seen a big white monster come through?
White monster? White monster? You don't mean that nightmarish creature?
Yeah.
Many times it drags shiny, not white things too. It shows up when the sky falls
Yup.
out. Very
The sky
terrifying.
falls out.
When the sky falls out?
Yes, yes. Sky falls. Menace comes.
Oh, she probably means the rain.
Where did you learn our language? You speak it so
Every word except for rain.
Oh, you are most perceptious. We have spoken your tongue since times of old, when we served as water purifiers. However, that is no.
So they clean the red out of the water?
We use your speech for transactioning with the desert
Pretty cool.
folk.
Oh, so you have contact with the people of Kunafa.
Yes, they pay tribute to enter the forest, and we grant them passage. Generous, yes?
They were taught English by a 5-year-old.
We have our puny hovel back now.
But of course, friend.
The adults probably watch and it's like, it's hilarious. Never correct them.
Here's too many lopsided transactions between us. You have any belts to trade?
He knows enough English to say that.
If we offered you, say, a Doshakuma pelt, brown fur, big fangs, ridges on its
So we
forehead?
are taking advantage.
Big no.
Put that right out in the front.
It's rough. And besides, brown fur everywhere. No need. Too many in our forest now. Them and their big kahuna. Ooh, you don't want to get messy with that one.
He's like, I'm covered in brown fur. What do I need brown fur for?
Until our next wheelings and dealings.
they want that bright pink Lala fur at the, you know, expense of some of their lives, the way they were acting.
Monsters become emboldened, and with a strong-willed leader.
We'd better follow up.
Yeah, let's head back to camp.
Oh, you're back. Good. We've been managing here, but now that base camp is up and running, little problems are cropping up left and right. Might be good to see if anyone.
We almost got the same hairstyle, bud.
But that's what us hunters are here for, right?
So my hunter took a little bit extra off the bottom right there.
I don't suppose it would hurt to see what people need while we continue our Doshaguma investigation.
Alrighty. Alright, now the question is, do I... Yeah, I'll probably wrap this one up soon. But I want to see if I can make the Lala horn. As soon as I remember which way is up. There we go.
Hey, Hunter.
Hey, come here. Everyone seems like they're in.
Hey. How's this one?
And so she just suggests just every armor piece you can now make after a hunt.
Anything catch your eye?
That's useful, I guess. So I can come straight there and check and see if a monster has a horn or not. Alright, Lala horn. Yeah. That bubble,
Ready to work.
that's a good bubble.
Alrighty.
If we ever see a horn with that bubble, probably a good one. Well, we'll go into that a little later. At some point, we'll talk about why that thing is so freaking amazing.
Perfection.
But this pink monstrosity is probably what a lot of you guys are going to want to use through a lot of low rank. I would test it,
Back anytime.
but I think we're actually going to wrap it up here. Yeah, we'll get a little gameplay with this thing in the next episode. But I am actually excited to try it because it also has the life melody, or melody of life. So we get to play around with that a little bit too. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. So until next time, guys, this has been another KPlays, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.